And good afternoon. This is my Jeep with an update on future work over the next couple of weeks. As you see, there's a few pictures that I put in here of items I'll be working on, installing, etc. I will be making additional adjustments to my suspension.
Hey, good morning. It's my Jeep update, and it's Thursday, August 25th. And I'm going to be starting a little work on a Jeep that's probably going to have it in the garage here for probably at least a week, could be up to 2 weeks. I'm just not sure. Some of the things I got to do, not in this particular order, but it will be done. I've got my upper control arms, for the front. And I also got my zone sway bar end links, the extended ones for the front, and the hardware there for it. Also, I don't have all the parts in yet. I do have my crankshaft position sensor, and that was the crankshaft position sensor. And this is not a Mopar. I was having trouble trying to find a Mopar, so this is from 1A Auto. They got pretty good reviews on their parts, and it's a TRQ, I believe, TRQ part. But anyway, I'm sure it's made in China, but they probably are involved in quality control of their parts, so a lot of people buy their parts. Anyway, that's from 1A Auto. And I do have a transmission solenoid coming. I think it'll be here either tomorrow or the weekend. My motor mounts should be here tomorrow, but probably late. Motor mounts and transmission mount. But I'm going to go, and I've got some other things coming to do transmission service. They should be here by the weekend. Before the weekend's over, I should have that and working on that. So the first thing I'm going to be doing now is probably the crankshaft position sensor. Good afternoon, my Jeep update for Thursday. I believe it's August 24th. Yeah, this day here is just actually a planning day. I got my front end jacked up and tires off. That was a little bit of work done, but I had some yard work to do, and we're putting in a flagpole out there. I had to, a friend of mine, his grandson, dug a hole and poured some cement for me. I'm going to put a flagpole there. Anyway, get back to the Jeep. I got all new suspension. I've got a lot of videos on that, but I've got some problems. I've got a lot of adjustments to make to the suspension. I was really amateur and naive about a lot of these issues. And like up front here, this axle is probably out of alignment, not centered. That's something I'm going to have to work on. And I had a lot of problem with right rear sag, and also this right front was about an inch and a half lower than the left side. And what I did, I put some spacers in this spring to compress it. And you see, when I jacked this thing up, I was able to almost pull the spring out. I could if I wanted to jerk on it. Now this is the passenger front side. Now you see the spring looks pretty straight. It come out pretty good, I think, but it's still a little bit lower, even with me compressing that other side over there. Why, I don't know. All I can say is maybe the axle is not aligned, not centered. So I'll be researching and trying to educate myself more on those procedures of checking that. Now, on I'm going to be replacing my, they're really not too short, I don't think. That's my, I really probably don't even need to replace. Okay, getting back to this driver's side coil spring. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna get rid of these. They're spacers, but I used them to compress the spring. I'm gonna get rid of them because this spring here is really not long enough to, doesn't stay in that cup very well. And when I jacked it up, you know, you can see the jack stand. This thing was almost out. And I was able to pull it out here. And if I really wanted to jerk on it, I could pull that spring out. And that tells me if I hit a damn chug hole, that damn spring lob will jump out of there and cause a major problem. I just don't know. But anyway, I'm just planning. When I go inside, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna make some notes. I've got a number of things to do. And what I got is going to keep me busy for at least a week, probably more like 2 weeks. And I've said that before, and I've been tied up for months on this thing. So I keep running into things that slow me down. But you know, I've got suspension adjustment work to do. I've got transmission service, including changing out the solenoid and sensors. And whatever that kit comes with is going to get changed out, you know, plus fresh fluid. Okay, I've got a crankshaft position sensor that I'll be changing out. And I'm sure there'll be some other things I'll run into. I've got to figure these things out here. And I got transmission mounts. I got my tracking shows that it should be here Friday, but it may be late, so maybe Saturday I'll be able to start working on motor mounts and the transmission mount. We'll see, but I got to get this. I'm working on an organization right now and planning this out, so it'll be, you know, I'll be following a pattern, you know, and won't be just all over the place like I usually am. Anyway, that's an update for my Jeep. I don't think I'll be doing anything else today. I might take a few pictures, but no work. It's really hot out here, and I got a lot of planning to do. That's my Jeep. Out for now. Any progress, I will update. Out.